Today we're going to be dealing with the rental industry. Now, obviously, this includes renting property, renting vehicles, or in the case of this scenario, we're going to be dealing with the earth moving equipment, so excavators, your TLPs, so on and so forth. Now, before I start doing this, I'm going to go on a mini rant a bit because, well, it's not even a rant, it's just love using the word rant, because I can. So first of all, one of the questions I've been getting, is particularly with the voice bots or AI phone callers, is that will it be able to train it in such a way that it can use a voice and pretty much be a digital version of you? The answer is yes. So this is the thing, right? When it comes to AI phone callers, it's pretty simple. Like there's nothing complicated about it. It's just a human speaking, but it's actually an AI version of you speaking. Now, obviously, here in South Africa now, we are starting to obviously progress with AI, depending on how much research and how much knowledge you have on AI. But by now, everyone should know that AI is here. And if you haven't heard if your company is integrating AI, then that's pretty much either because you are not up to date or maybe because your company is not up to date. So if your company is not up to date, then that means that this is your chance for you to integrate AI, well, not for the company per se, but for yourself. So use it to your advantage to always stay on top. Now, if you use it to advantage to stay on top, it means that whatever job you do or whatever it is that you do for that company that you work for, use AI to boost your productivity. So in the case of phone callers, someone asked me if can they use it for, instead of maybe after hours, but there are customers who want to call, then they'll be able to avail themselves, but instead of them answering the phone, the AI is going to be dealing with calls, answering all the calls. Now, this leads to my next point, that then they were curious to know that if I was to actually contact their CEO or whoever it is that's in charge of setting up everything and makes the decisions, doesn't that mean that they'll use it to replace you? Well, the answer is yes and no. Yes, because obviously if for some reason we get to pitch it to them, then they don't see the need for you to be in the company anymore, then unfortunately you have to go. But it goes back to my first point that I made, that if you're using AI to boost your productivity, then there's absolutely no way that's going to get rid of you, because companies now are actually starting to integrate AI. Now, depending on whoever is in charge, if their knowledge on AI is up to date, then that means that you need to start worrying. So, but my advice would be that you obviously start searching on how you can boost your productivity, because if it's something that you're going to ignore, I'm telling you right now, you are already in the list of people that they're going to get rid of. Now, when you train these AI phone callers, it depends on the client. So we can use it for yourself, or you can use it to act as you, or however the case may be. If you wanted to use it to boost productivity, then you can do it. If you wanted to just be another employee, if you're a business owner, then it means that obviously you can use it to advantage as well. So with this demo right here, the idea is that we make sure that every single person or every single industry notices how they can boost their productivity. So if you use it for your own benefit or for your company's benefit, it is what it is. We just providing the service, because at the end of the day, it is every decision maker's decision basically to make that. Are they willing to boost their productivity? Are they willing to enhance their effectiveness? Do they want to be more efficient? Do they want to be more competent? So they don't need to go all the way 16 hours away or wherever it is where you feel like they are more knowledgeable when it comes to AI, when there's obviously someone who's closer, who understands AI to their capability. They are competing with people who are in the first world countries, So the fact that we are able to bring AI phone callers, AI chatbots, integrate them into your websites, integrate them with the company, or if you wanted to boost, if maybe for some reason it's a family company and obviously you can't get rid of, you can't get rid of family apparently. So if that's the case, you can actually train that person to use that AI, but the capability of it is it can adopt the persona of your company or your persona. So if you're bold and extravagant, then obviously you'll train an AI. So it's like I'm saying, it's a digital version of you. Like, I don't understand why this is such a hard concept to grasp, because if I'm saying it's a digital version of you, just think of yourself as an AI. That's what you're doing. So all companies, they train employees. If they are a company, this is for call centers, people who work in call centers and a similar industry to that, they follow a certain script. So if your company also follows a certain script, then you get trained to end up knowing that script off by heart, maybe changing it here and there. So that's what you do with the AI. So what you do is you create that bot for your company. After creating that bot for your company, then we train it until we are satisfied with that bot. And then once we're satisfied with that bot, then what we do next is, now before we actually launch it, or before you launch it, you test it yourself. So if you're not happy with this, we change that. If you're not happy with this, we change that. Now, here's the thing, right? I've noticed this with website developers taking weeks, months, not even weeks, taking months to just make a bland website. So obviously, once you think of that, then you think, okay, maybe with the VoiceBot or chatbot, maybe I'm going to have to wait for 3 months to get a very simple chatbot or a very simple VoiceBot. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. And it leads me to my next thing I was going to tell you guys before I show you this demo, is that we haven't really made content for websites simply because we know for a fact that when we start doing that, we know that if your company has a specific person who deals with a specific website developer, we know for a fact that once we introduce ourselves and we show companies that there's actually a faster way of doing this, then we know for a fact that if that person is family, then we haven't made content for websites yet. But here's one question I'm going to leave you. If you're a company and you have a website, if you've never thought of your website as a global business card, then that means you need to actually create a new website, or you need to update your website to the point where whoever views the website can actually see that this company is treating their website as a global business card. So if you haven't thought about it from that perspective, then yeah, you really need to update and create a website. But I digress. So that's the whole thing. That's my mini rant. Just think of it as a digital version of you. So with the chatbots, if there's a certain way that you, if this is a certain way you chat with the person, then you train it to do that. If there's a certain way you talk to a person, then you train the AI bot to do that. So, but you tell us how you want it to perform, because at the end of the day, we are doing it for you or your company. We're not doing it for ourselves. We just offer the service and then do what we need to do. So let us test this VoiceBot now. Obviously, if there are any questions, I'll obviously address them in the stories or maybe comments after I've posted this. So, but the idea is pretty simple. Like, it makes, obviously, it is a concept that some people haven't grasped as yet, but if you really think about it, it's just think of it as a digital version of you. That's it. Like, that's probably the most simplest way I can explain this. So let's go.
Thank you for calling Earth Moving Equipment. This This is Elliot speaking. How can I break your world?
Elliot, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How can I assist you today?
Right, I'm going to need to order an excavator for a whole month.
Great choice. We offer long-term packages with better pricing and priority support. Our monthly rate for an excavator is 250,000 rands. When would you like the rental to start, and where will it be used?
Oh, wow, that's so cheap. Okay, I'm going to need it here at Richards Bay, starting from the 10th of May. Our project is going to start on the 10th of May, so I'm going to need it from the 10th of May, and then, what else? Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. I'll reserve an excavator for you starting from the 10th of May in Richards Bay. Could I please have your name and contact number to confirm the booking?
My name is your name, Elliot Smith. We're going to need it from 9 o'clock. Just make sure that at 9 o'clock it's here and to start. I don't want any delays because this is a big project.
Got it, Funny Smith. We'll make sure the excavator is delivered and ready on site in Richards Bay by 9 a.m. sharp on the 10th of May, no delays. Just to lock everything in, could you please share your contact number so I can send through the confirmation and keep you updated?
Right, my number is 060-523-5924.
Funny. I've noted your number as Livery 0523-5924. I'll send you a confirmation shortly, and we'll ensure the excavator is on site by 9 a.m. on the 10th of May in Richards Bay. If there's anything else you need, feel free to let me know.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Bunny.
Right, so obviously with these demos, we don't try to be, because it's a demo, we don't try to make it more complex, because there's absolutely no need for us to do that. The most important thing is, can it do a certain thing? Now, the reason why we test it ourselves and then we allow you to test it is so you know what questions or what queries that need an answer. So we what we do is, yeah, that's it. Like I can't explain this. I can't make this much more simple for you to understand. So we just allow you to test it, however you want to test it. The more complex the situation, or the more complex the scenario, or the more complex the query is, yeah, then you are basically training your own employee actually. So, but with these demos, we just make it very simple. Answer calls, help with queries, because in most cases, you would want someone who's just there to answer your simple queries, and then if for some reason, maybe let me make an example. Maybe we create an AI bot for you, we create an AI voice bot for you, and then tomorrow someone comes with a very complex question that we haven't trained your AI to obviously have a response for, and then the AI will be able to transfer the call to you so that you can give a response, so that you don't lose that customer, you don't lose that lead. And then obviously what you'll do is you will tell us, hey, listen, I got a question that the AI couldn't handle. This is the question. Can you please update that? Of course you can update that. So you're just basically training your employee the way you would have wanted to train them. But there's so many ways you can use this to your advantage. Like I said, like I mentioned, the customer service example. With the customer service example, you can literally, this is what you can literally do. You can set it up, and then you can use it to call those customers, or for customers to call you, and they answer it while you just sit there and make sure that it gives accurate answers. And then if it doesn't give accurate answers, then you just take over the call. Like this is what I mean when I say it it basically puts you on top. You can just do what you need to do, because obviously it's an AI phone caller, so inbound and outbound calls. So if you're a sales agent, and for some reason you fear rejection, I mean, if you're in sales and you fear rejection, then it says a lot about you. But we came up with a solution for that you're going to have an AI phone caller who is going to make the calls for you, that will be able to handle rejection for you, so that you don't have to lose your confidence to calling other prospects or other leads or other customers, potential customers. So that's basically the solution that we're providing for you. You don't have to lose your confidence simply because you got a customer who said no after preparing a script or preparing a speech that you know for a fact that it was going to convince that customer to say yes, and then for some reason it says no, or you ruined it some way, or you lost confidence somewhere along the line. Now you can't call other people because you lost your confidence. No. Which, by the way, sales agents need to really, really, really fear this, because they're actually good at being persuasive. Like I said, a digital version of you, or a much better version of you. So if you know for a fact that if I can do this, if I can sell like this, then guaranteed I'll persuade more customers to purchase a product or to require my service. So whatever it is that you're perfect or your ideal salesman, we just train that chatbot, that voice bot to do that, or even a chatbot. We train them to do that. All you have to do is just sit and wait. It can book appointments for you. You just view your calendar and make sure that you're just there to offer that service. So we can, if you have a website, we can obviously connect that voice bot in that website, so that if the person is viewing your website and wants to ask a question, whether they ask it through the chatbot or they prefer calling, they can just tap the call icon that will be there. We'll just make sure that it is very visible for the viewer to see that there is a call option, and then the voice bot will be able to answer give a response to all the queries that it has. When it's just a simple question or a complex question, if it's a complex question, you can tell us to tell the AI that, hey, listen, if there's a complex question that you can't give a response to, just transfer to this number, or take down that person's details and we'll call them within 5, 10, 15, an hour, or whatever, minutes or hours or days, depending on how you operate. So that's the whole idea. We are training, you will be telling us how we should train your agents. Or you want to train it yourself. We can tell you, okay, we're going to create this, then we're going to do this, and that, and then this is where you are going to make the changes. If you want to make the changes yourself and you don't want us to know your secrets for some reason, we can tell you, okay, this is what you need to do, this is how you're going to update it, and then we can just make sure that everything is up to date. If there's an update if there's something new we need to add, then we will add it for you. So I don't know how else I can simplify this, but this is such an easy concept to grasp, basically. So, but every single industry, when I say every single industry, I mean every single industry. We made sure that in our company we have solutions to the day-to-day problems. The reason why we added content creation as part of a service is because we know for a fact that some people don't actually understand marketing. Part of marketing is that someone new knows of your company. Every single day someone new knows that, oh, this company exists. Whether it's through written content or it's through visual content or video content, we make sure that we create content in a way that is going to persuade a potential customer to be a customer of yours. So, and then with websites, and obviously, like I mentioned, if you haven't thought of your website as a global business card, then you really need to update your website, which is a service that we offer. So basically, through us, you can start a company. Through us, you can we can make sure that your company runs whilst you're at work. I mean, there are some people who say they can't open a business until they resign at work. So instead of resigning at work and then starting a business and you're not sure that you're going to be successful, you need, obviously, to start a website, you need a name for the company. To be quite honest, you don't need to register your business, or you don't need to register at that point. But I'm not going to expand on that because for reasons that I can't mention. But you can start a company through us. You can get a website through us. You can use AI chatbots and phone callers that will be able to handle queries for you. All you have to do is offer that service or sell the product. So if the voice bot is going to be an outbound caller that's going to sell to you, just tell it, these are the numbers I want you to call, or these are the companies that I want you to call. I want you to sell this product. While you're busy being at work, your business is operating through your callers, through your AI agents. If it needs to chat, it chats. If it needs to call, it calls. Websites, something that attracts and keeps the customer there. Everything you listed on your website. So yeah, basically we can start and make sure that your business runs without you being there. The only time you will need to be there is actually offering the service or selling the product. No, delivering the product, sorry. So there's absolutely no need for you. There's absolutely no reason why you can't start or run a business, basically. Because all the services that we offer is to start and to run the business. And then obviously to scale, you will be the one focusing on how you can scale your business, because you don't need to worry about manual and repetitive tasks. All you have to do is just check that are the manual repetitive tasks being handled? And if they are being handled, then you focus on how you can scale your business. So our solutions to all these, let's use the word problems, are enough for you to start and to make sure that the business runs, and then you just focus on how you can scale it. So you can research on how you can expand the business, or how you can scale it, or whatever the case may be. But you don't have to focus on manual repetitive tasks, because another thing that makes people be discouraged of or not motivated to start a company is that they have to handle the manual repetitive tasks of the company. You need to be the customer service. You need to schedule appointments. You need to generate leads. You need to, those are the three main things. So you're not obviously going to be at work and then also answer calls, unless if you can. I mean, if you can, then that's good for you. But if you can't, then that's another thing that makes people not be motivated enough to start a business whilst they're working. So, yes, said a lot now. So next time for the next live stream, we're gonna be using a voice bot. We're gonna give you a demo for. We're gonna be using the industry of Taylor that we were posting the chatbot demos for. We just decided at this time we introduce the new industry that we're going to be dealing with through this call. So obviously after this call, from Monday to Saturday or Sunday, we are going to be doing the same thing we do for all the industries. So stay tuned for that. I don't have any announcements to make, so stay tuned for that, and I hope you enjoyed this demo.